Just waiting for the paint, not the paint, the glue to dry. I just glued up my phone clamp, so maybe I'll sit yous right here for a minute. Been a while. Fresh coffee, servo coffee, 7-Eleven. First sip. Ugh. It'll do, it'll serve the purpose. Still a few people live. Bellhopper's still live, so Luke and that'll be over there. No big deal. I popped in for a bit. Talking about food, start making you hungry. What does that do? Oh, that's what that does. Yes, that's what that does. Okay. Still learning the new tripod. I got one of these crappy mounts. That's still from the original where it all started. Yeah, still from the original kit I got with the halo that goes behind the, well, it mounts to the bloody tripod, and then this was in the middle of it. Someone's popped in. What's going on? Just waiting for me clamp to dry. I just glued it. I got this Sellies, all plastics. Comes with the primer pencil or texter, and the glue. I glued up a fitting off a canister filter for the aquarium. It worked. I couldn't believe it. So I'm trying it on this phone clamp for now until I order another one. On Wednesday night, I'll order another one. Audio all good. I can't use my microphone anymore. It doesn't work, doesn't connect. Well, I tried that in the old phone. I'll have to try it in this one. I don't think it'll charge. I don't think it charges the phone at the same time though. Oh, she's hard as a rock. It's broken right there. See right there? So only this side holds the phone. I used to get a twig and stick under there through the hole. Zach! I used to put a twig in through that hole and it'd hold the phone, but now I'm trying this glue. It's pretty good. It's probably a little bit too cold today for it to set. It's about 15 degrees Celsius at the moment. So that'll be in the 40s Fahrenheit. Wait a bit longer. Plus the screw's broken, so I can't tighten it that way. I could probably back it off a bit and use that glue as well. It needs gluing right there because it starts skipping. I've got to remember how to use the updated version. Top chat. That's what I want. Luke and Zach. Just waiting for the glue to dry. I glued me clamp so I can put my phone up on the tripod. This same glue I used on a canister filter for the pump, the aquariums. Snapped right where it comes out on the pressure side. This Selly's All Plastics comes with a primer pencil, and that's all you get. 3 mils. Goes a fair way. And the canister doesn't leak anymore. We snapped it trying to unplug it, I think, or might have bumped it putting it in the car. Completely, almost completely snapped it off. I glued it up. It doesn't leak. So just I think it says 20 minutes or something, but no, it's not on here. It's on the packet. C card. Yeah, I threw the card out. I could start them up, but that's it. I didn't pull my finger out and sharpen these chains yesterday for a ex-workmate. I'd be out running saws today, but I didn't. I've only got to do the rakers on 2 chains and I'm finished. All I can do is start them up. Just wait for that glue for a bit longer. Maybe I should have sat in the sun. It's a bit cold. I don't know what degrees it is at the moment. It's probably 14, 15. It's 15 or 16 degrees at the moment. In the shade, it feels like about 12. I'm in the same spot I normally sit, but I'm facing the road, not Melbourne. So if anyone drives past, you'll see them right there. I reckon she's done. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. Mint. Now you can see more of the road. Where's the windy handle? It's over there. How the friggin' hell did I get this all messed up? Oh, that does move. That just tightens that down. Gives it some resistance. Okay. I should have brought the good chair. This is like a spare one for the camper. camper trailer. Doesn't have the adjustable straps on the side, on the, the armrests. It's only a cheapie. Probably break very soon because I'm sitting in it. Oh. Yeah. I only got the one device today. My second phone got taxed for Pokemon Go reasons. My old phone. I've still got the other two Google phones that I can use. Can't use my iPad because it's too old. Won't update YouTube anymore. Or it needs a... It won't update to the most recent Apple update, whatever it is. Operating system's 18 at the moment. I think my iPad's 12 or 13. It won't go anymore. So I can't use that to read comments. Etc, etc. So I've still got all the same saws in the back of the ute that have been here since January. 08S. Darcy's 610, my 610. There's my Ozito with the pipe. Darcy's ported Ozito, top handle, 2500. Zenoa clones. 2511T clone, CS 5000, Echo 661, Promax 60, 1010. I think that's it. I need to remind everyone what the 1,000 subs giveaway saw is, and I'll just go and get it. It's right up the front of the ute. It's hard to get. Actually, no, it's not, because it's a nice little small saw. It's a nice little saw. I can reach it. Yeah, I should have brought my proper chair. Out. Ooh. 2511T clone. One of these, brand new in the box. 1,000 subs giveaway. She's been sitting in the back of the ute since January. It's bone dry. Put some fuel in it and I'll fire her up. The chain does need sharpening. I took this camping, cutting red gum, absolutely ate it. I put 2 tanks through it camping. Okay, choke, right there. Blip it off. Didn't last long, did it? No, actually it didn't break. It just slipped out. in the 5th month. And that'll be nearly as long as it was started last. Actually, my last live stream was around the 10th of January, I think. And that's been rolling around the back of the ute since then. Yeah, once we hit 1,000 subs, I'll work out the system I'm going to take to get to the winner. I don't know if I'll be like pick a card out of a deck or put everyone's name in a hat and just draw it out like that, like a raffle. Or waffle. You can't say raffle on YouTube. Waffle. Brand new in the box. Need to get it. Oh. Need to get to that number really quickly if we can, because I need that space that box is taken up. Brand spanking new in a box. Comes with a 10-inch bar, full chisel chain, I believe it is. That's 12 and semi. That's a 12-inch semi chisel. They come with a 10-inch full chisel, I think. I think Darcy got a full chisel on his. And so it'll be up to the winner if they want it ported or they just want it stock or slightly modified. Just let me know. That's stock, untouched. It sounds like it's muffler modded, but that's how they come. It's just an open box with the pipe out of it. It could probably do with a slightly bigger pipe out exit pipe. That's 3/8 pipe or 10 mil. I reckon 12 or 16 mil. 16 mil will just fit out that. I think it's 16 or 3/8, that the hole in the cover. She's a beast. I've got to get the chain. Got to touch. Oh, there's a skip in that. It's probably what that little jump is when it's cutting. That's not the chain that come with the bar. So that bar will go straight on the MS170 or you know, all the top handles. 661 Pro Max 60, all the saws I've ran in the videos, plus the Darcy's ported Ozito, my piped Ozito CS5000, and the 2 Pro Max 610s and the 08S. Oh, that had still cut. I could have used it. The chain's still sharp. Must be the rakers, it must be too high. No. I should have brought a bit of timber with me. There's a few of these box thorns and stuff here I could probably cut, but they're not really big. A fence post would be good. Strap it to the back of the ute and one over there falling over. None behind me, I can't see. Did I miss anyone? Running any sort, I don't know. Someone else is watching but not saying anything. Hit that so I know you can't comment. Need the thumbs ups, if you wouldn't mind. Shirt's dirty already. Yeah, once I finish this, I've got to finish those chains and old mate can come pick up his saws. That'll free up a little bit of space in the garage. There's six saws, 2 still battery ones, MSA 200, 120, Husky 236, 023C, 455 Rancher, 365 Special. What's that? That's them. 023C, I've got to do the rakers because my gauge is in the ute here, and the 365 just needs the rakers done. The raker gauge is sitting on there, but I couldn't be bothered continuing last night at 10 o'clock. So once he takes them, I can start on mine. Depends how much long the live goes for, then, yeah, as I say, I've got to do those. Then do the rounds and the fish, and then from 2 to 5, or maybe an hour, between 2 and 5, I'll be busy, and then that's it. Basically, I've got to keep sorting the garage out. But at least I got access to my workbench now. It took a fall. Probably a month ago, or however long it was, when I started putting my tanks in the garage. The workbench got wheeled up on the concrete, out of the way because it's on wheels, just wheel it out of the way. We did all that, and then it was time to bring it back down, and it decided to, because it was only me on one end of it, I started wheeling it because it's a downhill back into the garage. It goes downhill, then there's a drain, then it goes up a little bit more, then the concrete starts with the garage. So I started wheeling it down, and it just went, fell onto the spare wheels for the camper trailer, or they'll fit this ute. Broke 3 or 4 drawers, just popped the rivets out. I've got to re-rivet them, but they're only tiny. So the kids, we got it back in the garage. All the drawers were open, so it was sort of heavy, front heavy, and we were holding on to the top cabinets, which are only bolted to the straps that go up. It's hard to explain. There's like U-channel. It's all aluminium, I think. U-channel, there's about 6 of them. Then there's a pegboard. Then there's the cabinets on top. You open the doors. You've got drawers, shelves and stuff in there. All the plastic mould kits, socket sets, tap and die sets, thread inserts. I had pistons and stuff in the end cabinet where my grinders are mounted. All the bits, pistons, in that end. The other end was lockables so the kids could stay out of certain stuff for school and that. And the middle one was all like cotter pin kits, fuses, springs, nuts. Anyway, most of it all ended up on the ground. We managed to get it back in the garage and upright, all the drawers closed, and then the kids just started picking it up, and then they just put it all on the bench. So I've only got access to the vise and one little spot on the bench at the moment till I work out where everything goes, and then when I'll get it all back in there. Got another workbench that I filmed the ported 110, the mini Mac, the Mac 110, and the 710A, that timber one. That's still there. I've got to get rid of that. I don't really want to because it's handy. I might try and get it into my back shed. I need to get rid of all those, pretty much nearly all of the spare parts out in the back shed, that's all the whole thing is. There's a few saws in there that work or run. The 750 home lights out there. Etc, etc. Just give me a sec. Shared it to Facebook so we get some more viewers. Someone thumbs up it. Someone must be here that I missed. No. They can't comment then. Yeah, so busy. Need to do that. The way the fish are situated in the garage at the moment, that they're not staying like that. That's just temporary. We need to get pallet racking with a heavier rating than 200 kilos, like more than 200 kilos per shelf. We need at least four or 350. 350 would work. It's got to be 2 to 2.5 meters long, and it can only go 1400 high. Because at the moment I'm using the shelves that I've got the saws on for 3 tanks. Chris! That's on the phone. Yeah, so the saws are asked about tit at the moment. They were all in, like how I wanted them, huskies in one racking, just one plane. It was a Cessna. Yeah, so I had the huskies on whatever they'd fit on, like 2 shelves basically, or 3. Then beside them, I had like the old school, the Solo Rex, the Pioneer 650, or the Mobilco Workmate, matchless, and right at the end I had the drawing a blank. Canadian 270, and the 177 under that. And then just basically there's the Dynamo 116 SI, the ported 662 Solo, skill saw 1629 Type 3, which is a PM 310, 320, 330s. Wouldn't be 330, I think that's a bigger CC. Then under that, there's a Homelight 330 pulled apart, needs intake boot. Fuel hoses, carb kit. Then the stills, so it's an aisle, if you haven't seen it or whatever. There's 2 racks, 1200 long, 2 metres high. You can't walk out of my garage, the door that goes inside, like to the laundry, turn right and you can walk down an aisle. So I've got 3 racks, they're all max. Then the one at the end, steel. Then the old school, then the Husky, but all the Huskies got moved over to put the tanks there. I've removed 08S and 07 on the top shelf on the steel section. I've only got all I've got in the utes what I've been running. That wind's just changed direction. I'm just explaining because all the fish tanks have over the other side of the garage, and I've still got the saws here, but there's still one tank, my 3-footer, on the shelf or the racking. I can move it. Well, I will be moving it probably tonight. I just got to get the tank off that shelf because I need the timber that's on the bottom shelf, because there's a gap between the 3-foot tank and the bottom shelf, and I've got uprights, just pieces of timber. It's 2x4s sitting, sort of supporting the weight on the both shelves. So if it moves, it'll push on both timber, if you know what I mean, both sheets. But I need the MDF sheeting off the bottom to take it over to the other half rack. Hopefully she's going to lay more eggs very soon. They're kind of acting weird. I treated the tank and killed the whole lot of the fry. So I'm in the bad books at the moment. A couple of the fish in that tank had worms. There's pleco catfish in there as well, and a sailfin pleco, a common pleco in there as well. He looked like he had something wrong with his butthole. And 2 of the bristle noses had worms or internal parasites. So I treated the tank, and 2 days later all the fry carked it. But they're showing signs that they're going to go again. But now we've got there's an internal pump filter, makes the water circulate. We only had those foam filters with the bubblers on them. There was 4 of them originally. Now there's 3. But I reckon once we turn that pump off, she'll go, because there's too much movement. There's probably like a current in what lake are they from in South America? I suppose they're everywhere there, like in every water body, I suppose. Just got I'm thinking when she laid the eggs originally, there was no current. There was nothing pumping the water around. It was just getting movement from the bubbles. Amazon. Does the Amazon go through America? Oh, South America. That's completely different, isn't it? That's like Mexico and stuff. You can tell it's been a long while since I've been at school learning about where everything is. Yeah, so we put that pump in because when we had the bristlenose eggs in those in the hatchery little, what are they called? They're called egg tumblers. They suck the water through the filter down the bottom. And those filters kept getting clogged up. So I'd pull them out and squeeze them out in the tank and then just put them back in, and all that crap just kept coming to them. So we put the pump on to get the water moving. And we've got a pot. You would have seen it in the video. That little pot, she lays the eggs inside there. She keeps going in there, but I think the water's moving too much inside there. So I reckon once we switch that pump off, she'll go in there and she'll lay the eggs. We've just got to feed them up on some worms and stuff a little bit more so she gets more fatter. But I reckon it won't be long. All the bristlenose eggs hatched after we lost the whole tank. The whole 103 bristlenoses in the other tank, all gone. Except for one. She's laid eggs in that other tank I'm talking about. She's in with the Jack Dempsey's. I put her in there. I believe it was the day we set the tank up. I just got one out of the bucket, put it in there. I said, yeah, she can go in there. So there's one left out of the whole 105. But we got 5 batches of eggs. I think 2 or 3 days before the tank started to crash. They all went into that little breeder box. And Wednesday night or Tuesday night, I come home. They had methylene blue. I know it's a chainsaw channel. I'm just talking about my other one. There's methylene blue in there with an air stone. Nothing was happening. I thought, well, they're no good. And Kieran, I was going to throw them in the bin. Kieran said, I'll give them another day and we'll see what happens. I said, yeah, rightio, whatever. No harm. I come home. I think it was Wednesday night, and there was about 5-10 hatched. I thought, oh yeah. So I thought, geez, there's a lot of when they hatch, they leave a clear eggshell looking thing. I go, geez, I'm gonna have to try and get all this out. So I grabbed a pleco cave made out of PVC pipe. They're only about that long with a cap on the end of it, but they're 2-inch opening, I think. Filled it up, tipped it in. As soon as I tipped it in, more hatched. So I did it again, more hatched. I did it probably a dozen times. Fresh water. By now, all the methylene blue's gone and it's all clear water now. So I tip it in, and I use a little pipette, pull out the empty casings. I squirted them into the big tank because the plecos might eat them. Did that again, a couple more cupfuls of water in there. And all bar 40 hatched or something by the time I went to bed. The whole lot of the eggs hatched, but probably 10, 15 didn't make it. They did hatch, but they didn't break away from the cluster, if that makes sense. So they hatched, and genetic imperfections or something, it's probably genetic imperfections, and they didn't make it, but they're still in the little box. Because there's that many in there, you don't know if you're going to be grabbing something that's passed or it's still alive. So we've got to wait until well, they're eating now. They've got a slice of mushroom on the fork in there. They're eating it now, I think. Some of the ones that haven't fully absorbed their egg sac are eating. But there's well over 200 in this box, and it's only a little 8 by 3 or 8 by 4 box. I think I put it in the post on my other channel. That was the night before I went to bed. That's how many had hatched. And that's both ends of that box, not just that one end. Now they've coloured up. We've got albinos, definitely. But the other coloured up ones, I'm not sure. They're supposed to be calico. I reckon some are and some aren't. Won't find out till they get bigger. But they're only 6 mil, 6, 7, 8 mil long at the moment, less than a centimetre. I don't know what that is in. I don't know what that is in imperial, or imperial. Bloody wind's changed direction. I'm cold now. How's the wind noise on the phone? It was coming that way. Now it's coming at me. And the sun's disappearing. There's probably rain coming. Looking at the sky. Been rolling around the back of the ute for 5 months. Put fuel in it. Away it went. I just checked the chain with my finger. It's not dull, it'd cut. I think the rakers are a little bit high. I've got to finish sharpening 2 chains when I get home. I started last night. I should have had them. If I had them done yesterday at a decent time, I would have been out running saws today, filming for you guys. I didn't finish them. I had to rearrange the garage, or that's the clone, yep. Sub giveaway saw, brand new in the box. How's the wind noise? She is. It needs a little tweak on the low jet. Oh, the high jet. Well, here's an indication. I don't know if I showed this air filter on the last. Oh. I might have to give it a miss. I've got nothing here to get that bloody cover off with. Have a look. Tuning screwdriver. I don't have a tuning. I don't have a tuning screwdriver on me, but I got this one. I think that'll get in there. Let's have a look. I don't think I have the air filter off this for a bit. No, I haven't. There you go. About an hour and a half, 2 hours of running while I was camping. Hardwood, red river gum, and iron bark, and that's what it looks like. I haven't even taken it off to see what the throat looks like. Venturi. I've got to work out. I know someone's done I forget his name now. Brendan Cass, I think. One of those guys it might be the guy that does the V Modest and that. Has worked out an O-ring or gasket that sits between the carb and the air filter that blocks that hole that sucks the fines in. Well, Darcy's done it. I forget now. I'll have to go back and have a look at my photos. He sent me photos. A piece of paper would work there, I think. Nature calls. Bloody fluid pills. Back in the jiffy. Yeah, it's nice in the sun, but right here it's bloody cold. Oh, my legs. Snappy. Darcy's is snappy. I'll try and start it, but I don't think it'll work. He's 2500 clone. Hopefully it's got fuel in it. Oh, I should have bought my chair. This one's just a spare. 5 months in the back of the ute. She's got some fuel in it. I don't think the primer works. Nope. I'll have a look. It's got a 45cc carb in it. Just a 4500 clone carby in it. She's going to want to kickstart a prime. Or more fuel. The choke's closed. Open up the load jet a bit more. There's no high idle. Good old Bunnings special. That's probably just That's probably just oil now. It's been sitting in there that long. Full tank. Pretty sure the primer don't work. But it's not hooked up. Well, it was like 16 pulls. Sure is. There's crap out of the muffler all over my phone. He had a spark plug screwed into one of them. So originally it would have been the bottom hole smaller than that, like this. The RPMs are scary. I don't know if that's coil rev limited or what, but I don't even want to screw in the hydrojet. Far out. Not without a bar and chain on it. Yep. So 45 or 50. 45 or 55 cc carby on it. These are 25. .4 they claim. It's the same as the bloody. Sounds like a rev limited coil. high jet was 3 turns out. It's now 1.5. We'll see what happens. Rev limited coil, okay. Max engine speed, 11,000 RPMs, and it should do 3,300, between 33 and 3,600 idling. So it's rev limited to 11,000. I guess the real test will be in the wood. This bloody chair hurts my legs. I fixed my phone mount. Good stuff. Only 2 thumbs up. That's shot bloody carbon everywhere. Unburnt like oil all over my phone. It's got me stuff where I put me chaps. I can't find them. Hope I didn't leave them out the last place. They're not in the ute. They're not hanging up in the garage. I reckon I folded them up and put them somewhere. Oh, it's got oil in it. It's bloody spraying it everywhere. No, that's fuel. Unless the metering lever's too high, I can see it's dripping fuel. Must be dripping out the carb. Oh. Three thumbs up now. People that can't comment, probably. What do we, oh yeah, we're an hour, okay. We're an hour. Primer's not connected. I can lift this plate out and show you. It is connected, but not. Doesn't go anywhere. It's only got one hose into it. This is a non-primed carb. So the fuel hose is leaking. No, it's not the fuel hose either. I'd say the carb's letting too much in there. Boost! I can't remember if Darcy said he's cut with it or not. No, I don't even think it had a bar and chain on it. So it sounds good out of the timber. I've just got to put a bar and chain on and see if it'll actually pull. Should do. Quite a lot. Quite a lot of work. I think. Well, Darcy uses a bloody power drill and a burr bit. A big Bosch bastard, you know, big hammer drill sort of thing. It's got hammer and drill, hammer, drill. My dad has the same one. I think it's Bosch. Might be Hitachi. I don't know how he does it. Seriously. 2 hands on the drill. Actually, with this one he might have used a die grinder for the compressor. Yep. All 3. I'll do the 2511T, my Ozito with the pipe I made, and that with the same bar and chain. My one does have a bar and chain on it, but it's like a modified hard nose to fit a MS211. Yeah. I had it on my MS211 hard nose. So I'll do all 3 with the same bar and chain. I'm pretty sure that bar will fit those. Pretty busy day. Once I finish here, I'm going to finish those chains. I did get a message from him just before. They're a good drill. I can't remember the bloody model. It's old school, like where the motor is, down to the handles like a blue, and then it's black at the gearbox. It had a knob on top to turn it from hammer or drill. Then the 2-speed slide up top. Then your forward and reverse, obviously, and then it had the little stopper on the trigger. Maybe that's what he does. It might have that, you know, the rev knob on the trigger. Just push it in and hold it, and then turn that knob to what speed you want, and then he could probably hold the grinding like that. Stuff that. I'd like something I can hold like a pencil. Sometimes I hold my Fordham like this and use my thumb to trigger lock. That's the one. Yeah, but there's a knob. Variable speed knob on the trigger. You can push it in or pull it out. I've got one of those. It's an Ozito though. It's in my portable drill press. You can just put your drill in, clamp it on. Which is put away because I don't need it. Got the drill for free from the scrap metal joint. Took it home, plugged it in, and away it went. I was like, oh, it's got a keyless chuck though. That's the only problem with it. It's handy, but if it tighten up properly, the drill press would be mint. I bought a brand new GMC drill press when I was in Cairns. I used it once, then I sold it at a garage sale. And I got a gasless MIG from the tip. Yeah, buyback shop from the tip. You can go on Thursdays and they have pallets of good stuff. You go in there and I grabbed this gasless MIG. It only cost me $10-15. Might be able to change it. It's got a screw inside, but I don't know how to get them off without breaking them. That's only, I think they're tapered fit. Yeah, got this gasless MIG for $10-15. Took it home. I think it only needed an earth clamp. I went to Masters when Masters was open and running. Bought a new clamp, a roll of MIG wire, a chipper, I think. Took it home and I made a trailer out of one of these utility backs out of a boat. I used my boat trailer for the steel and the axles and the axle, the hubs, the rim, the wheels and all that. And I turned one of these ute backs into a trailer with that actual MIG. Then I sold it in the garage sale for like $60 or $80. Might have even been more, can't remember. Lawn mowers, I used to buy them for $5, respray them, service them, new oil, sharpen the blades and put new blades on, and sell them for $140 each. Two-stroke, four-stroke, didn't matter. So when I didn't have a job, that was my job. I'd go wait at the tip gate that's on Thursday mornings, I think 6:30. Used to open at 7:30, I forget now. There was a line up. As soon as the gate opened, everyone ran because they already cased the joint from the fence. They could see what's on the pallets. I'd walk up to the fence. Oh yeah, there's mowers and stuff over there. I'd have a look, and then when the gates open, I'd walk straight to it. Blowers, whippersnippers, lawn mowers. I think one time I bought home a Kirby vacuum. They were the best vacuums ever made, I reckon, the Kirbys. Then when they stopped making the bags, we had to throw them out. Vice grips. My new welder, it's kind of a flimsy clamp. It's like strong, but every time I weld something, that's in the vise. So I just put it on the front of the vise, where the T-bar. I just put it there. Kirby's, they were the best. Like 4 stages. The headlight. Mum bought one brand new back in, Jesus, '97, '98. Yeah, it would have been around then. But she got the shampoo, the carpet shampoo attachment. So you just, you lift the headlight up, unlock the thing, the suction part that falls off, and then you can put another attachment on the front of it. It used to shampoo the carpet, and all the crap stayed in the one spot. That was the only downside. Well, we had one. We had one in here. Actually, no. I think we had that one for 2 years. You could even, I forget now. The 2 years, I think only thing it needed was a new plug, I think, because they cut it off. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I went to Bunnings and got the new plug, you know, with the clear cover, so you can see the wires. I like that kind of thing. I think I just put a new plug on it, plugged it in, and away it went. It didn't have a bag, so we ran it bagless for a while. It might have even been here, actually, in Melbourne, because the shops here, they still sell it. Actually, no, it was in Cairns. There's a cleaning joint that still sell the bags. I don't know if they still do today, but I haven't seen a Kirby vacuum for... Well, I know my ex-boss, their parents, I think, still have one. Or someone related to them still has one. Best vacuums. Noisy, but they did the bloody job. Like mag alloy, I think it is. Yeah, it'd be mag alloy. Polished. Remember the old Kelvinators or Westinghouse? The long bastards? You pull the cord like starting a saw. With the long hose. They had they were in every bloody, all the grandparents' houses. Westinghouse. No. Kelvinator. I think someone Darcy knows or related to's got one still. Westinghouse. Kelvinator, I think it was. No, Electrolux. Yeah, the early ones were Electrolux. Then I think they changed names. Kelvinator. Westinghouse. No, they're bloody fridge. Electrolux. The bloody machine was like 3 foot long, but the bag was only this big. Oh, what's the time? I can't see the time. I can't tell by the sun at this time of the year either. Kelvinator was the refrigerator, yeah. GE. After Electrolux changed companies, Electrolux. They changed names, but they still make it the same, that long bloody vacuum. I think it was Kelvinator or Electrolux. What was the other one I said? Westinghouse. Someone from Australia, jump in. 20 years. I think my grandfather's still got one in his cupboard. Which is now my mum's cupboard. Mum's living in in Pa's house at the moment. Pa's in a home, loving life. Haven't spoken to Mum for a while. I might ring her later. Let her know I'm back on these bastards. My mum turned 60 last month. I messaged her, but I didn't get a reply, so I don't know whether she's got a new phone or what. Hoover! That's it. Electrolux Hoover. It was the 3-foot bloody vacuum with the long ass hose. It was like a woven material hose, and they had the real long. Actually, you could open it. You could adjust the height of the pipe. I spent some bloody hours on one of them, and the old you know, the push vacuum that does it itself. I think they were Hoover as well. Braided hose, that's the one. My great grandmother had one that you didn't require power. You just push it and it used to pick up everything as well. I spent some bloody hours on one of them. We've got one at home. It's one of those cheapy ones from the hardware store, but it doesn't. Well, it works, but the handles. It's probably that size. It's RHS, and it comes with like a little locating bolts, which just goes into a little dent in the bloody handle. It never stays together. It keeps coming apart. It picks up like hard floor vacuum. When you push it, it activates must be 2 brushes inside there. It flicks everything in the. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but it's a motorless vacuum. The good old days. Life was simpler, but 30 years ago, 35 years ago. 35 years ago was 1990. We've got Bissell. Is it Bissell? Pet, Turbo Pet, something. It's an upright like a Kirby. It's a Turbo Pet hair. It's like a clone of a Dyson upright, but it's Bissell. We've got the Bissell vacuum and we've got the Bissell carpet shampooer. And then we've got the car one as well. The detailer. Shampoo the carpets and seats and carpet. I said carpet twice. Forgot about the carpet in the boot. Wayne Berry just liked my post on my Facebook group. 52. I missed that. I got a notification from Facey. Vintage at 52. Yeah. When I was born, it was 79 cents a litre for fuel. Now it's $2. Or $1.80 or $1.90. That's just for 91. Diesel's $1.80 a litre. But just before well, actually during COVID, it was 99 cents a litre out at Belen. So we'd drive the car 40 k's to fill it up. We'd go around the ring of steel when we had the COVID, and we weren't allowed out of the thing unless we're going for work. We used to drive around it straight over the top of the cops and go to Belen and fill it up, $1 a litre for diesel. We'll go out there, take three or four 20-litre jerry cans, fill them up, bring them home, put them in the jerry cans in my car when I used to drive to work. Now it's Kieran's car's $400 to fill it. A gallon, that's 4 litres. Well, back then it would have been 4.5. Yeah, so our jerry cans are 5 gallon. That's 5. This one is 2.5 gallon. For me to fill that with fuel, that's $20. $20, and then a little bit of 2-stroke oil. Give it a rub. I posted last night on my Facebook group, All Things Power Source, the 084. Remember the thumbnail I used for it? Says still 084, must be cold outside. I posted that photo on my group last night, and Wayne Berry just said give it a rub. 17-inch bar on the 084. I'll have to give that another run this winter. If I was going out today to film videos, I'm not going to have anything this week, I don't think. Unless I could get out just thinking about if I could get out like tomorrow after work, because I'm actually not driving tomorrow. I've got to go to the workshop. Or Tuesday afternoon, I could probably fly out, but I'm still going to do it. So 90cc class 32-inch bar and chain. I want to do the 661 again with a freshly sharpened chain. 394 ported. The G395. 288. 066. $2,100 CD, because I haven't run it with a 32 on it yet. The ported 365 Pharmatech, 32-inch. And the 466. And there might be one I'm missing. 07 with the 32 won't fit it. The 32 is a mid-mount. 07. Yeah, I could probably do the 25, put the 25-inch on it. I've only run it with the 21 at the moment. I might do that. '07. Josh! Yes. Still got it, but the biggest bar I've got is only to 25 for the large mount. I want to get, I want to get 30 or 32. So does Darcy. Darcy wants one as well for his 05 111. He's turned it. He's put an 076 top end on an 051. And it runs really good, actually. But the biggest bar he's got's 21. And he's got a massive tree. He used to ride around it or something when he was a kid on motorbikes. It's still sitting there. He goes, if I don't get it, if I don't cut it up and take it, it'll just... You got a 661? Samara. Is that light, or is that the... They call it a premium light. It's basically made out of new one. What happened to this 395? Yeah, he said if he doesn't cut it up and take it, it's just going to sit there and rot. So he wants to get a 32 or something, 32 or 36 inch bar to run his 05 111. He calls it 05 111 because it's a 111cc 051. He's been spewing. He's wanted to come down the last couple of weeks, but he just hasn't had a chance. He's actually taken some saws home with him. The Mac 450's coming back to me. He wants me to have it back to sit next to the 125 and a couple of those. So does it have the holes in it, or it's just like a polished bar, stainless steel? I forget what they use in the bastards now. I think it's stainless or aluminium. Not aluminium. I've run a 500i with a Samara bar. I think it's Samara. What's that other bloody brand? Okay. I'm on my phone now, so I won't get it till I finish, but yeah. Samara, what's the other one? There's another brand. It's pretty much all polished and the tip's black. And the writing comes off after a couple of times of running it. But I know the material in the middle's not steel. Well, it's not, it's not like a 500i. I started it, I stuck it in the log, and I done maybe 5-10 seconds, and I switched it off. I said, I'm not running that anymore, I'm going to blow it up. The chain's blunt. Mind you, the saw's scored already. Scored, but still ran, and probably still is running, but I said, I don't want to run it any longer. There it is. Oh yeah, you got it from Jono and Jono. Samara. Yep. Their 25-inch bars are pretty cheap. $180, I think, for a 25. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting one, but I need to sort of get back into this full on, but I can't because work. I've got until Thursday, I think, and then I go back doing the job that I was doing before when I did the Metallica videos. So it's back to working all night and sleeping not much of the day. There's going to be 4 of us on it now, so that's all right. You know how to sharpen a chain. I'm talking about the guys that used to host Saw Feast. He abuses saws. Like, he'll start it and then rev it straight away. Like, I've seen him blow up a saw like then and there. Couldn't get over it. Then he got this 500. He's got 2 or 3 now. He's probably got more. But last time I was there, which was over 2 years ago, he had 2 500 eyes. Both scored. He might have had 3. Actually, one was apart, I think. 20-inch bar. Him and his dad would have ran it all the day before or something, and I've gone out there, he's picked it up and he's forcing it through this lock. And he put a bloody 8-pin tooth on it, or an 8-pin rim. There is none, I don't think. Last year got cancelled, but I didn't know and I didn't get invited because of Darcy, is all I can work it out to be. Got cancelled and I haven't heard anything, because it actually would have already been if it was running. They do it the weekend before Easter, which would have been not last week, the week before. The week before that. Me and Darcy would love to organise something along the lines of that, and we know one person that has a property that cuts timber, which is Rodney, to see if we could host it at his joint, and he lives near, I think he lives in Kerrang. Is it Kerrang? Between Swan Hill and no, I think it's Kerrang. Northwest of Echuca. And that's Red River Gum country. Yeah, I was like, sweet, I got a 500 eye in my hands, and I stick it in a log. I was like, I can't do this. It's throwing powder, and I said, I'll blow it up. Nah, it's probably 3-hour drive. It was only 2.5 to the border, to Echuca from here. Or 2 hours. It's 2 hours, and it's half an hour from Echuca to where we camp on the Broken River at Barmer. Bloody wind. It's not that far. It's not far from the river either, I don't think. That's all I can think of, other than going to a state forest, a camping area and doing it there. But just probably get caught or something. Someone will say something about something. Yeah. Unless I can sweet talk someone around here that's got property. It's a fair drive to the bloody plantation to get pine though. That's in Myrtleford, high country. That's about 4 hours from here. 4 hours. It's an hour and a half to Darcy's, and it's about another 2 hours from his place. Jesus, where is everyone? It's only 4 here. Darcy's probably still sleeping. I did tell him I was going live today. Oh, Chris, Darcy's building an insane beast at the moment. Friggin' wind. Is the wind noise coming through or nah? I forget how to do that. I can't do that anymore. They've changed it again. What's this thing here? Oh, that's a highlight. Don't want to do that. Oh, I can't do it anymore. Okay. New South Wales Forestry caught logging in the Koala Park, Coffs Harbour, and shut it down hard. Okay. So Darcy's been working on a project all week. It was probably longer than a week. It's a McCulloch. He sanded the bearing pockets and the base, I believe. He's done a dirt bike style bridged exhaust port. Intake, I don't know. I don't think he sent me pictures of the intake. But he's gone to all that work and assembled the saw dry Thursday night. The piston was hitting the crown, or the crown was hitting the squish band. Pulled it apart, took it to work, took 20 thou off around the crown of the piston to clear the squish band, assembled it all last night. The crank's hard to turn over and the piston still hits the squish band, I think. And I haven't heard from him since. He said, I'm about ready to throw it in the bin. It's a Pro Max 60. So he's probably taken 80 thou out of the bearing pockets. He said he doesn't know whether it's squeezing the bearings too much or I'd say it doesn't make sense that it's too hard to turn over. That's without the spark plug in. He's turning it by hand. He reckons it's hard. Oh, the clutch side, yes, because it's a roller. If you're squeezing that roller holder in, it will be hard to turn over. So I'd say he's got to disassemble it again and take a little bit more out of there. It's kind of scream when it does start running though, far out. I need to wipe my phone screen. It's got 2-stroke oil all over it. See if it unbinds. Oh, tap it, yeah. I never thought to tell him that. Tap the crank both ways and then try. He may have already done that. I don't know. He didn't say. He didn't say, and I haven't heard from him since it's probably 10:30 last night. See if he pops in the next 18 minutes. Let's get the 661 out and fire her up. Should be able to reach it from sitting here. It's just whether the bloody bar and chain's grabbing anything. No, that's just stupid. This stupid bloody seat cover crap. Oh, Christ! Oh. Still sharpish. What were the rakers? The rakers are high. Okay, so when I fired this up for the video, it actually fired normally, and then it didn't want the the cold start. Can't work it out. Can't work it out, but see if it does it again today. wanted to fire up normally today. Tell you what, that exhaust gas that's coming out there were nice and warm on my hand. It's friggin' cold in the shade here. I don't know if you can see, but I've got those white tops. Dry skin, but when it's cold, they really pop. Devil horn. I call it a double barrel shotgun. I don't know, I reckon that I did one pipe and I felt it needed more. Then I done the 2 pipes and I thought it was too much. But they're not overly large pipes, they're only 16 ID. 16? Same as the Stinger on the ported 610. That same pipe I've used on heaps of other saws. Forgetting now what ones the exact saws that I've put them on. I think this was the first. I'm thinking about getting rid of that and putting a bark box style on it, probably homemade. But make it so it misses the case. I can't stand exhaust gases hitting the case. Burns them up, makes them weak. So that should fire straight back up now. It's done its little baseline. That when I get home. Then the dog's loose. The bottom bolt hole was stripped. I had to put a 6mm, I think, 6mm bolt in there. Now the top one's loose, rattling around. Lucky I seen that just then. Yeah, bark box, I'll make it sort of like clean, yeah. The bottom hole was stripped, I think, when I got it. I've drilled and tapped it to the next size up. Jesus, the phone's going flat. Drilled and tapped it to the next size up and Loctited it in, and it's come loose. Darcy fixed the front stud. He put a 25-inch bar and chain on it or something. One day he done the nut up and it went bang. It pulled the whole stud out. Pulled the whole stud out with the shreds and all. So he's fixed that. He's put a bolt through from the oil tank. He put a nut on there, and the nut actually sits, that's where the bar sits now. So that's why this stud's a little bit longer, because it's actually a bolt. He's put a bolt all the way through with a nut on it. The nut's modified for the bar to sit on, and the side cover bolts to it now. I think he only ran it once or twice. He's oiled up the filter. I think I did that, actually. He's probably redone it. Filter's nice and blue, doesn't let nothing in between it. He's washed off the grease that I put on there though. So all that's modified in there. The bits that aren't required are cut out. I know you're not allowed to do that, technically. Just put a bolt on the back of that, the loom where it doesn't touch properly, and that's it. The comps come up heaps. Still running in, so I didn't title the video run in time on the 661. I just thought I'll call it something else, see if it gets the views. I think it's still lettered, or it might be over 300, but the shorts is about 3 or 4,000 so far. Yeah, send them around, share them out. I'd love it. OE 395. I'm giving the. Oh, you might have popped in after I said what I was going to be doing. I would have been filming today if I had finished these customers' saws last night. Well, I didn't. I've still got to do the rakers on 2 of the saws, and that's it. The next lot of videos, 2100 with that bar and chain, 32 inch, 395 Hulse former, 394 ported. The 466 04, the 460 clone, 365 clone with the 32, 288. '07 25 inch 404. I think that's it. 2100, 395, 394. $460, 365. $661 again, 066. With that bar and chain on all of those saws. That's the plan for the next lot. Plus top handles, 2511T clone, this bar and chain, Ozito ported, that bar and chain, and my one with the pipe. So mine's stock with the pipe. This is ported by Darcy. Probably not going to start again. I'll have to choke it. Choke it. She's rev limited by the coil. I've got a 268, needs new crank bearings. Oh, the Johnson had 630 sleeper. I've got to take that out. It needs running in. I don't know if I'll do it with a 32 though. I suppose it'll run in faster with that, wouldn't it? Maybe I will. Probably have to run it first. With a freshly sharpened chain, run it first, I reckon. I was just going to chuck a, 18 or a 20 on it and shock everyone, but I might do that for a shorts video just for shits and gigs. Johnson at 6:30, or is it? Or what is in this thing? It's running the 61 carb at the moment because I had to repair the original carb, which I already have. Luckily, I spot welded where the throttle linkage goes in, snapped off one side so it wouldn't hold it anymore. Cutting out, yeah, I'm running out of power. How about now? What's going on? 13%. I was going to end this one at 2 hours anyway. Got to get home and finish these saws, so I'll make it come pick them up. Then clean up my garage a little bit more until 1:30ish, and then I don't know what we're doing. I'll have to speak to the Kieran. I don't know if we're playing the game at home or we're actually physically going to do it. Wouldn't mind physically going and doing it, get some exercise in. I'll have to put bloody trackies on. It's getting cold sitting here in the shade. Is it all right now? We're running out of power. That's probably what it is. Still cutting out. Must be internet. Hang on a minute, I'll see. What's the go? How we going? Whoops. What's the go? How we going? Whoops. I had lots of pages open. I accidentally closed this one. Mike's cutting out. Cutting out. I think the problem was I had YouTube, Facebook, all that was still open. Froze up. Yeah, because I accidentally closed the bloody live stream. Oh. I didn't read it. I should have read old mate's message. Oh, we're already going over 2 hours. Live chat, you dickhead. There we go. Still no DAS. Catching disease. Oh, actually, while I'm here, I did my 325 filer plate. These are bloody handy. I didn't buy it to sharpen chains with. I got this because I could potentially port a saw in a live stream or out, you know, or probably not out in the bloody while I'm cutting, but that got me out of trouble with that 32-inch last week. The drivers was chunked out on the bottom and they wouldn't go back in the rail, so I just hit it with that for a couple of seconds and they went in. I think that's it right there. Is that it right there? 4.8 metre. That's it right there. Sweet. There's my 404 one. It's a Husky one. I'll need that. Softwood, hardwood. It's not real good because the file actually files it away. Hey Chris, good deburring tool. Yes. Since still have got the 1/4 inch chain, do they have a raker file for that? Because I've actually got at home MSA 200 and a 120. They both got 1/4 inch chain on them. I've never filed it before until last night. I broke me bloody 1/8 file, can you believe it? 3 pieces, just filing a friggin' chain. But I don't have a raker gauge, so I just done a couple of swipes over each raker and hopefully that's all right. Because I've never filed it before and I don't have a raker gauge. I was just wondering, do they have the gauges now? Are they like that? Because even the normal double-ended, you got 25 thou and 30 thou, even that, you can't use that because it doesn't fit over the teeth. Kind of pain in the bum. And I've got a 1/8 set up, 1/4 inch set up at home for a Mini Mac that I'm hoping to finish soon. Remember Darcy said something about a pinhole up there? Might put a new fuel hose in it. These hoses are the same as 660. I think these are one piece, aren't they? I'll have to get the long bar upgrade kit, I reckon, for this. It's got to break them out, I reckon. That 32's bloody heavy. I'll have to get off here very shortly. I don't even know what the bloody time is, and I think I went live 8:30, 9, 10:30. It'll only take me half an hour or something to do the rakers on the other 2 saws, and then I'll make it come pick them up. He's going firewood cutting on the 20th, I think, so He can come get them, and then I can continue in the garage till 1. It's probably 2 hours. Probably won't get much done. I'll try and keep the timber workbench where it is. The stock red top 08S is underneath it. I could put it straight on top and I could start doing that. Or, you know, take the cylinder off and have a look. I know there's a little bit of scoring on the piston. See if I can clean it up. Clean it up, chuck a new set of rings in it. Poured it, and I need to know your zip code, Chris, so I can get a bloody quote for postage. The company I use, they'll actually come and pick it up from my front door, all wrapped in plastic and whatnot, ready to go. I need to find out if I can mail it to you through them. If not, I'll have to go to Ozpost and see how much. I'll have to get a weight. I'm gonna weigh the box. I'll put it in as small as box as I can. Probably remove the handlebar from the side cover and I can make the box small. Wow, that's a big bloody zip code. That's 2 numbers more than us. Actually 1. Mine's 3338. Yeah, 1 more than us. That's a lot. Actually, I'll need a pen because I can't read them. Can't read the bloody thing when I'm finished, I don't think. 34293. See if I've got a pen in the ute. 34293. 34293. Ooh! That's the little kiddie chair I'm sitting in. Three, 4, 2, 9, 3. We're charging. I'll go to 2.5 hours, another 18 minutes, something like that. Then I've got to get home. If I could get this bloody garage sorted out, I could do a livey on my fish one later tonight. On my fish channel. Aquariums. Brendo's, yeah, aquariums. I can sit like this. There's one. Well, technically it's two, but it's 1, 2, 3. There's no water in it. I'll probably start putting water in it tonight. 4, 5. Six. There'll be 6 along the wall. Well, technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There'll be 7. The first tank's got a divider in it, so it's one tank, but it's two individual tanks. The water goes between the two because I missed a spot. Silicon it. I missed a spot, or I didn't put as much in there, so the water still goes between the two tanks. Only when you're draining it and filling it up, if that makes sense. And when I get paid, I'll order a new clamp. Actually, that's not even off the clamp, that's off my action cam. That thingo. Sweet. I'll take into account what time it is there. Actually, it's going to be late. That's if I get everything cleaned up and moved out of the way. Well, plus the pond, but there's nothing in it. The goldfish died. The big tie lion heads. Now, yeah, it would be. Or maybe, so if it's like 5 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. there. Yeah, it's going to be too late. Keep forgetting about all the overseas people. It is really cold in this wind. Autumn. Lovely. Yeah, it's about, well, if it's 8, it'd be 9, 10, 11, it'd be nearly midday here. Is that right? Why can't I check the bloody time? I don't know what time it is. I know it was 8. Hang on, if I go this way. It's only 10 to 11. It's early. 10 to 11 here, so 12, yeah, 14 hours behind, that's right. 14 hours behind, so if I do a 5 p.m, 6 p.m, that's 2 a.m. there. No, yeah, no. 6, 5, 4 a.m. there. Yeah, it's 10 to 11. So I must have started the live at before 8 o'clock. Had my alarm set for 6. I got out of bed at 7. I think I laid there till 7 o'clock. 7, 8, yeah. It would have been 10 past 8 or something when I started. 8, 9, 10. No, it must have been earlier. So I reckon on the 661 I'm going to put the ported top end back on there. I'm going to do a little bit of lower transfer work because I didn't do it. I didn't think I could do it, but from the cylinders I've seen with other people, they do it, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to open up that little bit at the front of the cylinder down the bottom so it gets more air up to the transfers. That's why I think it's lacking. Problem is, when I take it to a steel shop and plug it in, it's going to tell me the engine's damaged, but it's not. Can't work it out. That was with Gen 3 M-Tronic. This is Gen 2 now. It's back to how it was when I got it. But it's running the Gen 3 fuel filter. I don't know. I like it as it is stock, so it's Meteor top end with the decomp blanked off. It's almost getting too hard to start without the... Well, I could do it, but it might break something in the internal in the starter, you know. I don't know if the pawls are plastic or what. Bark box. Wonder where I can get a hold of some sheet. I want to shorten the 084 front cover as well. It's about that deep. I want to go probably, back to stock. Get rid of that second port Darcy's put there. Run the stock port. I've got one of Darcy's homemade mufflers as well. I can put that back on there. Actually, no, I don't think I can because the bucking spike. Piece of that mesh to connect to that. To connect to that saw I just used the other day to diagnose the injector on that. I'll have to have a look. I get engrossed in bloody aquarium channels and stuff. I forget about the saw stuff, and then some days I watch saw stuff. I've got a 25-minute video to watch of another Aussie fish breeder. He breeds at home for his store. He's got a store in Brisbane. I've got to watch that video because he's actually selling, well, it would have been yesterday, sold a whole heap, or took a whole heap to his shop. So I watch every one of his videos. I know I talk about fish all the bloody time, I can't help it. This is a chainsaw channel. My other hobbies, I used to breed budgies and red rump grass parrots, cockatiels. I had a massive walk-in aviary I built in the old house. And when I sold them all, there was over 100 budgies. It's about 60 cockatiels and a pair of red rump grass parrots with 3 babies. One was 1 male and 2 females I ended up with. We still got the bird. We've got a cockatoo at home, sulphur-crested cockatoo. I'd put her on camera, but she swears too much. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. The 2 words, F-O. I've got a photo. There's a photo or a short little video, like 4 seconds. I could post the photo if you want to have a look in the community post. Love to see a short. It's like 4 or 5 seconds. I walk past her, I think, because I had to walk past her to go to the Jack Dempsey tank. If she's out of the cage, she puts her wings up and goes. She hisses at you. Well, me, because I'm a male, she doesn't. Because she's a female, she doesn't like male people. Or if all the daughters walk up to her, she just sort of just puts her head down for a scratch. But if I walk near her, she goes. That's how you tell it's a female. And the sulphur crest isn't as bright on a female. I'll get the kids to get a go on tonight, and I'll do a little video of her going off, I suppose. Just hope she doesn't swear. Oh, top of my head's getting warm. Yeah. Wind's picking up. I don't know if it's coming through or not. I know there's some people that I've seen some people that have a toucan as a pet. I'd love a macaw, but they're like $4,000, and you got to have a license. Always wish I could have a yeah. So we get the 3 colour, there's 3 different colour macaws. There's the yellow and blue, there's a red, I think there's a red and something, and a green. Red, yellow and green. Macaw. There's a few people that got them around town. eclectus parrots, Indian, what is it? Amazon grey. They're the smartest. They're the smartest. They can talk everything. I got a bloody, I don't know what it is right here. It's a lump. I don't know if it's a mole or what. It drives me insane every day, itching. It's a mole, I think. Yeah, I'll have to get that looked at, I think. I broke out in something on the back of my neck because of so I use an old jock elastic, you know, the bands on the top of your jocks as like a sweatband for my CPAP. Runs around here. I've got to have something there so the strap doesn't dig in and cut. I've broken out in some dots. I'm not sure what they are. Sometimes they're pimples. I can feel scabs on top. Like oily hands is probably not helping. But it's at one stage it spread up to like here, to there. That, yeah, I better. I've got one. I don't want to get my gut out on camera, but I've got one right there. It's getting bigger. It's about that big now. I've got moles on the back of my head. I've got a chicken pox scar there. Well, I have to get it. Some of them checked. That one there, it's getting bigger. I got badly sunburnt when I was a kid. I went to the pool with my dad and stepmum, and they never put bloody sunscreen on me. I was red raw. That was probably 4 or 5. Mum coated me in aloe vera gel straight from the plant. Bloody hell, was that fun. When it dried, I couldn't even move, couldn't even walk. There's 2.5 hours. Excuse me. 11 o'clock. Old mate will be at his soccer or basketball, whatever it is, game that his kid does. So I got 40 minutes. Less than 40 minutes. You get home and do these rakers. Get that out of the way. Then I can wheel the workbench over a little bit to get in behind it. The other workbench and the shelves. All the clones are on. Yeah, I'd like to, the 070 clone, I'd like to get well, that's 32 inch there. Maybe a 36 404. Because then I can run 051. I don't know how to go with a 36, but I've got an 076 waiting to go together. And being large mount. don't know if I can put it on the 2100 or not. I might be able to. Try and make it fit 395. Problem is finding a timber that big. Depends when Darcy's going to buy the bar and chain for the 05111. And then I'll go with him when he goes up to that. Oh, I don't know if I'll get time. Goobs, how goes it? Bloody cold. Just mucking around here. 1,000 subs giveaway source, 2511 T clone. Brand new in the box, obviously. This one's the other one I bought to play around with. Just talking about stuff. Other hobbies. I've got an aquarium channel as well. I've actually got to get home and clean up. I've got to finish a couple of rakers. I've got to finish rakers on 2 saws. I've been sharpening it for a guy. He's coming to pick them up after lunch. It's 11:06. I've only fired that. Darcy's ported Zenoa clone, Ozito. It's running a 45 or a 50cc clone carb, so there's no primers not set up on it anymore. Got to choke it already. The coil didn't cut in that time. Maybe revved it too early. And the 661 I fired up, that's it. I didn't throw any specific saws in, I just left all the ones I've filmed in, except for them. They've been in here for 5 months in the back of the ute. But that's about it, just talking about stuff. Bars and other saws. Talking about the 661, whether I put the ported cylinder back on it. I think it's just run in now on the... I think the cabers are just worn in now on the medial. Ow! I've got to put it on the ground. I can't start it like that. I used to be able to. It's got that much comp. Love it. I'm glad that saw came back to me as well. Like, if it goes to Darcy, I'm not worried because I can go to his house and run him if I want to. You know what I mean? Good compression, the rings are sealing nicely. Yeah. When I did the other, like when I got it, put the new top end on it, I could barely pull it over. So it's basically back to that, but that was a highway cylinder. This is Meteor. I thought I'm not skimping on it anymore. I'll just go. Actually, I got the Meteor cylinder for the price of a highway, or Taxum. Sean has it advertised as Taxum, which is Taiwanese. And he said, I don't have any of them left. I'll just give you a Meteor. I said, yeah, right, yeah. You go. He said, it'll be in. I think I had to wait a week, I think it was, or something. As soon as it was in, I think Kieran went and picked it up for me. Pretty good deal though. I got this saw from, thanks Chris. I got that saw from the guys that hosted Saw Feast. All I had to do was get 5 or 6 of their saws running so they could sell them. Actually, they came with that saw, 4 of them I think, and 2 others. They were like 029, MS310, 025. I think there was 3 025s, 1 023, an 039 and an MS310. I got them all sorted and running, mint, took them there. Whatever happened after that's history. But I got the saw for free, but I had to obviously put a new top end on it. I did. And I ported it. I've still got that piston and cylinder. Very accessible at home. Thinking about putting it back on and doing some more mods to the transfers. It's got the crank stuffer in it, or whatever you call it. I ran it without it. I thought it was better, but you put it back in and you can tell the difference. But I still don't get what it does. It stops the fuel and air. It's got to go around the piston, like around the crankshaft. Right, it's there for a reason, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it does, but it's in there. I did run it without it. I thought I better put it back in. Put it back in. I've got to see where the piston is at bottom dead centre to see how much I could take out of the cylinder for the lower transfers. So I've got to put something down the spark plug hole, measure it at bottom dead centre, and then with the spark plug, with the cylinder off, put that, whatever I used to measure it back in there, and put the piston in the cylinder and see where it sits. PA. What's going on? PA. I think that's a new name. What's up? PA, I can't make out your picture. It's too small. Just babbling on about the 661 at the moment. Haven't been on a live in a while. PA, I reckon it's probably more than 12 months ago since I've seen your name, I think. Trapping and outdoors. Trapping. Bears. I've actually got to end this live very shortly, 4 or 5 months. You would have been on the last live then. All the same saws are still in the back of the ute. Except for the 661, I just had it running. It actually starts properly now, since Darcy had it. He's done a little bit of work to it. Where the loom joins in the air box, he's put a nut and bolt so it's clamped together properly, and he's put a weight on the fuel filter where the hose goes on the filter. He's put a weight on it so it stays down the bottom. And he's fixed the bar stud. But now the filter sits. That fuel smells funky. Yeah, now the filter sits right at the bottom of the tank now, instead of halfway up, because it's got the Gen 3 fuel filter, the orange one, the super fine one, and it doesn't weigh the hose down normally, so he's put a weight on it. I think he said something about a pinhole in the fuel hose, which is probably why it's got that stumble off idle. Sometimes it stumbles, sometimes it doesn't. I'll see if it'll do it. Just do that, just in case you don't know. I've never done that before. Lucky I just did it then. They do grab. Well, that does. 355T. I've got a T model at home that's been friggin' run over. The engine's still good, but I can't find anyone that wants it. I think it's I don't know if it's a 355. 335, I think it is. 335. 340. It's a Husky. Engine's still good. I think the flywheel might have some broken bits on it, but you can still turn it with the flywheel. The engine's mint, like, Echo. 355T. I had a 3. I had two. One was an old squarer shape like this. 16-inch. I forget the models I had. One was just like a 019T, you know, like the steel, but the Echo version. Orange. Black oil, black air filter cover. Dark orange caps, screw caps. I forget, I had two. The older one was scored up, but I'd say carbon. Still ran. I actually pruned the fruit trees at home with it, and the other one I didn't even use. I sold them to a guy. He come and got all my Echoes, basically. .041, you can get one part, and that's the lower AV mount for the handlebar. That's it. What do you need? 041. What do you need? Fuel lines. Aftermarket. 032, 031, 041, 051, actually 051. 051s are longer, but they'll still work. Aftermarket, that's what I run in all mine. I've built my 041s 3 years ago. The hoses are still good. I got them from Sean, the carby doctor. I think Proline do them. That'd be your best bet. Or Wolf Creek, Little Red Barn, Dukes that have them. Or have you still, which part of it's not good? I worked out a fix. I done one on there's a video if you want to watch it. 041 Farm Boss. Not too sure. If the grommet's all right, where the elbow goes in, cut your hose off that, and you can put a piece of Tygon straight onto it. As long as it's got that barb that goes in there, you know, the little angle bit. There's like a 041. It should have it. If it doesn't have it, you could probably cut a barb off an old carb that's no good and put it in the end of that. The pickup, you know, where you, from the carb to the barb, then that bit pushes inside that fuel hose. There should be a barb inside that. If there is, you can cut it off, still run the grommet, go away. Put a piece of Tygon on that, the barb on the inside of the tank and your filter, and away you go. I've done it. I'm pretty sure I videoed it. It's an old 051 Farm Boss. Filthy as buggery. It's how it was when I got it. It was a barn find. I got two. The one I've still got, and the other one went to them. The guys that host Saw Feast. Should never have given it to them, but anyway. I'm supposed to sell it, but they never give me no money. Actually, no, it went to Darcy. Is it the front stud or the back one? That's the back stud. You could get an oversized stud and get them to, or you screw it into it. Yeah, it's in the bottom of the sump of the engine, so to speak. It's all one piece. It goes to the front. I've done an oversized stud in the front of an 039. I forget the number. There's an oversized stud. If it shreds out the plastic, you can get a new one, and it broke off, thread start. I believe I've got a spare one of those sumps. Yeah, I would have. I think I've got one. Maybe not. The last 029 I built, the last one I had would have went in it. Bunch of spare studs. I got studs, yeah. Oh, 039. Yeah, I've got studs for the plastic, not the aluminium. I don't think I've got one. I might have one. Are you here or overseas? It's a lot of money though. You could go buy another whole saw for double that. America. Oh well, that is double our money anyway. So you're looking at $300 to $400 just to get that fixed. You can go buy a whole saw here for $650, $700. I can, I'll be moving that stuff around the night, or very soon. $450, they're bloody $1,200 here. They're $1,200 here, Echo 590s. I should have bought one instead of buying the bloody 311. Yeah, $1,200 here though. For me to go buy 500i, they're $2,000. $311 still, yeah. The MS311 I bought was $1,150 with an 18-inch bar, not the 20 it come with. I didn't want the 20, I wanted the 18. And the Echo 590 is the same price. 1200. 590 is because it's not a clamshell, and they probably modify better. I've ported my 311, but I didn't use the timing wheel. I could probably go in and make it a little bit better, but it goes pretty hard. Pulls a 25. What more can you want? Apart from an 08S. I'm going to have to start packing up. We'll go on the ute. 5 year. 5 year for the 311. Oh, Echo. We don't have dealership support here. We don't have dealership support here. There's a couple of dealers. Oh, well, I've probably seen 2. 2-year warranty. As soon as the 2-year warranty was up on mine, I ported it, but it only had 4 or 5 tanks of fuel through it. And I've put probably 2 tanks through it since I ported it. So, yeah. I would have rather the 590, to be honest with you. Or a 620. Do the old muffler mod, get rid of the limited coil. I'm going to have to start packing up. It's getting late. I've got these chains to bloody do at home. I'll need those roker gauges. Filer plates. One thing I like, third start. Well, same as my 311, it's going within 3 pulls. Most of them are really. 661 takes probably 3 pulls. Oh. That glue works wonders, eh? I wonder will it fix wonder will that glue hold chainsaw bits together or not. I glued up a part on a canister filter for the aquariums that comes straight, it's the pressure side, comes out of the pump to go to the tank, and it doesn't leak one bit. What have I got in here? There's that glue. Supposed to keep it upright, but I can't keep it upright at the moment. Just put my what do you call it? Tripod in there. Oh, sorry, PA, I'll read what you just said in a second. Got 2 of them. You got 2 5. One got run over by. Oh, don't you love that? Don't you love when it gets run over? I've got that Husky I was talking about before. Husky top handle. Been run over, but the engine's still mint. I think it's a 435. I don't need this, but I need it to shut up the beeping. Now you will be through my stereo microphone. I'll go home, finish these chains. Old mate can pick up his saws. I'll have to reply to him in a minute. He messaged me probably 2 hours ago. I can't see the time. Finish the chains and then continue rearranging the garage. See what's happening at one between 2 and 5. Probably do it at home, I reckon. And clean the ute out. There's freaking rubbish everywhere in here. 10-cent containers. You get 10 cents back for soda pop cans and bottles and stuff here. So that's what the majority of the rubbish on the back seat is that you can see there. Bag that all up. Find somewhere to put it. Back shed probably. Put the tunes on. Keep cleaning. Rearranging. Sorting tools out. That's empty. Couple of rocks in my tyres. Message me boss, so find out what time he wants me at the depot tomorrow. Reckon it'll be 7 o'clock or something. Won't be like 4:30 like normal time because I'm not driving, so. Yeah. I wonder, can I put the workbench, the timber one, the non-mobile one, near the back roller door. That way I can still pick it up and move it out of the way if we need to get the trailer out. Do that, at least I can clean it off, put whatever I want to work on next. On it, I could disassemble it on it, and at least I've got access to vise and my saw stand that I made out of a car stand. I could even bolt it to that and leave it, swing it out, put it back in, to move it, swing it around, work on a saw. I don't know, I'll see what happens. I'll put a little snippet up when it's finally organised. It's going to get bumpy on the dirt road now. Yeah. Corrugations. Oh, they're pretty bad here. Ugh. Jesus. I need a better phone mount for the car. I put my finger under there. Oh, look at that. Anyhow, I'll speak to you later. Have a good day. Thanks for popping in. I'll try and get out one afternoon after work before I go to night shift. Then I suppose, I think once I hit night shift, it's going to be back to, yeah, just coming up to my night off, that I get one night a week off. That's it. Oh, Jesus Christ! I need to get up here and grade this road again. I'll pack the ute the afternoon before the night off, and then once I finish work, I'll head straight out, film, come home, go to sleep, and then get up and then have my night off, if you know what I mean. Thanks for watching. Catch us on the flip side. Hooroo.